All right, my fifth grade friends, we're moving right along here in chapter 5. This is lesson 3 to go with chapter 5. And today we're just getting into some regular multiplication. We've done some stuff with the zeros trick and all that back in lesson 1. We did some estimating in 5.2. Today now we're getting into some straightforward multiplication, and I want you to remember that one rule that we keep talking about, and I'm going to keep harping on it here in chapter 3 or chapter 5 and in lesson 3 because it's very important. How many ever digits come after a decimal in the problem, that is how many digits need to come after the decimal in the answer. So when we look at this first example, it's 7/10 or 0.7 times 8. But all I think of is 7 times 8. Well, 7 times 8 is 56. There is one digit, the 7, that comes after the decimal in the answer. So I need one digit to come after the decimal in the problem. Okay? And so I'm thinking to myself, well, okay, 1, that's going to be 5.6. All right? Pretty straightforward. All right, well, I'm going to look at this next example, 4 times 2/10. Well, 4 times 2 is 8. There is one digit, the 2, that comes after a decimal in the problem. There's no decimal there. So I need one digit to come after the decimal in the answer. After means to the right. Before the decimal, to the left. I get 8/10. 9 times 6/10. Well, I know that 9 times 6 is 54. There is one digit, the 6, that comes after the decimal in the problem. So I need one digit that comes after the decimal in the answer, 5.4. 8/10 times 4. Well, I know that 8 times 4 is 32. There's one digit, the 8, that comes after the decimal in the problem. So there's one digit, the 2, that comes after the decimal in the answer. Now, look at something just a little bit different that I didn't put on here initially. Say I have 800ths times 3, or if I have, let's say, 2 times 400ths. Pretty straightforward too. I think to myself, well, 8 times 3, I know that 8 times 3 is 24. But I have now 2 digits that come after the decimal in the problem. So I need 2 digits that come after the decimal in the answer. I get 2400ths. Now this one here is even slightly different. 2 times 400ths. Well, 2 times 4 is 8. But the rule tells me since there are 2 digits that come after a decimal in the problem, there's none here and 2 here, I need 2 digits to come after the decimal in my product or in my answer. Well, there's only one number here. So remember in this situation from the previous lesson, we have to insert a 0 there. And then my decimal goes right there. And I actually end up with 800ths, 0.08. So you just have to remember those little steps, fifth graders. Then you're going to get some that look like this. And once again, I'm just going to pretend that I'm doing 46 times 7. Well, 7 times 6 is 42. Put the 2 down. Carry the 4. 7 times 4 is 28. Plus the 4 is 32. I remember my rule. How many ever digits come after the decimal in the problem? That's how many digits come after the decimal in my answer or in my product. The 4 and the 6, that's 2 digits that come after the decimal in the problem. So I need 2 digits that come after the decimal in the answer. I end up with 3 and 2200ths. Last one we're going to look at here today is this one. Once again, I'm just going to pretend that I'm doing 94 times 8. Well, 8 times 4 is 32. I'm going to put the 2 down, carry the 3. 8 times 9 is 72. plus the 3 is 75. There are 1, 2 digits that come after the decimal in the problem, so I need 1, 2 digits that come after the decimal in my product or in my answer. I get 7 52/100. That's all there is to lesson 3 here in chapter 5, 5th grade. We'll talk to you later. Bye.